Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you're new along here, please make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. Please make sure to hit that notification bell and stay up to date with any new videos. Right, so I know it's been a while. I've ran a bit dry. There's not been no out there for me, or I've not had anything in to actually look at, so I do apologize on that note. If you have stuck around and you've decided to tune into this video, your support is much appreciated. Without going on any further, my name is Omar, and on this channel what we tend to do, we look at a variety of sneakers, those mostly being of my favourite pairs and mostly being of Nike branding. So in this video we'll be looking at an Air Jordan 1 Low. Now it's been a while since we've had one of these on my channel, and if I have done it on the Jordan 1, I've actually just voiced over it, or I've just put out the video. I'm not hugely big on the Air Jordans. They are actually one of my favourite silhouettes, and it was actually a pair that I really wanted. It was giving me those kind of vibes of a really sort of popular silhouette, and on that note I actually wanted to grab this pair. So without going on any further, let's continue on with this review. As I always start off my videos, we'll start off with the box label, and it's a women's Air Jordan 1 Low SE, and it's of a colourway of white dash black dash white. So if we quickly have a look at the actual box itself, with it being a woman's release, it's in that white Air Jordan box, and if you didn't know, you tend to get your men's pairs in the blacks, and that's where it sort of separates. So it's not your standard black Air Jordan box. Pulling the lid back on here, we have this Air Jordan tissue paper. Comes quite standard with your Air Jordans. Right, so if we peel that back, we have the shoes. So on this channel, here is your first look at the woman's Air Jordan 1 Low SE white, black, white. So in this video, what I'll do, I'll cover certain parts of the actual sneaker. We'll look at materials, we'll look at sizing, and we'll look at availability. Just before we go into that, I'll just give you a heads up on my opinion on the actual shoe itself, just by looking at it. And I can tell you, it's a really nice colorway, because I was getting those panda vibes. Yes, I said it. I did mention it in the beginning. I was getting these weird sort of vibes, you know, and it's them panda vibes that I was getting off it. So it's a really clean sneaker in my opinion. It looks really nice. It's just one of those popular colorways. They've given it that nice touch where they've split it sort of the colorway on each side, so which is a really interesting detail. But without going on any further, let's talk about materials, let's talk about sizing, and let's talk about availability. So we'll start off by the overall sneaker itself. It's been wrapped in pebbled leather. It's throughout the actual sneaker. It looks really clean in my opinion. If I just bring that a bit closer to you, you can see that detail of the actual pebbled leather. So in my opinion, that's really clean. So if we start off by looking at the actual toe guard and the toe box, we have pebbled leather that sort of wraps around the toe guard. You've also got that pebbled leather on the toe box, and the colours have actually been split on each side. Now if you're actually putting both sneakers together, it kind of gives you that effect. So going back to the actual sneaker, so moving on towards the lacing system, we have the standard black laces. Looks really clean, falling really well with the rest of the sneaker in my opinion. Looks really clean. And if we quickly move on towards the actual tongue itself, we have this padded nylon tongue. It's backed on a canvas material tag with the Jumpman logo in the middle. It's been split in two colours, so you've got your black and your white. And if you look at the other sneaker, it's actually in the reverse order. So I mean, looking at it, whichever angle you look at, it's gonna look fire in my opinion. It's just those famous colours that tend to go with everything else. That's my opinion personally. So if we move towards the actual side panel, we are looking along this area of the actual sneaker. It's of that same pebbled leather. We have a black swoosh along the outer side of the sneaker, and if we turn it round, it's of this white colourway, so it kind of splits. It gives you that split effect. I don't know why, I'm just getting panda vibes, and that's something that really caught my eye, and I actually thought was quite appealing. So it has some interesting details. It's not something we've actually seen, so it's really cool in that sense. If we're looking at the side panel, we can look at the ankle collar just below the actual sock liner. So we'll be looking at around this area along here. It's of that same pebbled leather. It wraps around the old sneaker, and same again, it's splitting off. So you've got your white ankle collar on the inner side of the sneaker, and turning it around to the outer side, you have that black ankle collar. If we look at your lacing panels, same again, it's that flip effect. You have this pebbled leather material along your lacing panels on the outside of the sneaker, and if you look towards the inside of the sneaker, you have the white pebbled leather. Pretty clean in my opinion, looks really nice. That's a little close-up for you. The last silhouette I actually had that was similar materials to this one was it was the one that come out sort of back in 2020, I believe, and that was the Air Jordan brushstrokes. And the material, if you've actually seen that pair, the material is very similar throughout the actual sneaker. So that's something else I thought I'd point out. It's not tumbled. It's definitely not tumbled, because in my opinion, tumbled leather seems to have that kind of plush feeling to it. This is definitely more of a pebbled leather. Same way again, it's definitely a clean cut. It is a nice form of leather. It's better than your standard synthetic leather, if anything. So if we move towards the rear of the sneaker and we're looking at the heel panel, same again, you have that split effect. What they've done, so you've got your white colorway on one side and you've got your black colorway on the other side. But yeah man, why am I getting them panda vibes? I don't know, that's what I was getting basically, you know. I'm just getting them panda vibes, or I'm getting them vibes from sort of what we had with the, I think it was the Dunk Flip. The colour blocking was white and purple. That was a really clean sneaker in my opinion, to be honest. So if we look again towards your heel panel and the rear of the sneaker, you've got your Air Jordan branding on the back heel, and it's stitched in this white colourway. Looks pretty clean. I would have thought that they might have split colour of the thread, so you'd have black on that side or white on that side. That could have been something else that they could have done, but they probably thought, let's call it a day with how it is already. So if we quickly move towards the midsole, you have this standard clean white rubber midsole. Looks pretty clean in my opinion. If we quickly look towards the rear of the sneaker, we are looking at the outsole. You have this standard black rubber outsole. Pretty clean in my opinion. I think what would have made the whole sneaker pop if they went with that whole flip effect colour scheme and they kept one of the outsoles white and the other one black. It's just something else maybe that they could have done. I just thought I'd throw that thought in. It's a pretty clean sneaker. So if we move on to sizing, this is of a women's pair. Women's pairs can be a bit strange. They tend to be a bit narrower. They do have the same dimensions as the men's sizes, but I tend to go true to size when it comes to even your women's pairs. So if you are actually worried about sizing, do consider it does differ when it comes to looking at it in US category. Do consider that they do actually vary. They're not the same as your men's. For example, if you've got a size UK 7, that will be size US 8. And with your women's, I think it's 2 sizes up. So you're talking, I don't know, for example, a women's UK size 6.5, and that'll fall under a US women's size as an 8.5. It goes up, I think, 2 sizes if you put them together with your UK and your US for your men's and your women. So I'll just say that again, if I've muddled you up a little bit. In your men's sizes, the US size will be 1 size up from your UK size, and in your women's sizes, your UK size will be 2 sizes up when it comes to looking at the US size. So that's actually something else to consider. But if I've confused you, just stick to your usual UK true to size and you'll be just fine. Right, yes, they were the actual spare laces that come with. I thought it's pretty clean in my opinion. It's pretty decent. So you can actually swap your laces out if you're not happy with these black shoelaces. As it already comes laced up, probably the best option. Or you could sort of go with that split effect. Feeling a bit crazy, you can do what Nike done and give it that split effect, and maybe pop your black laces in one pair and your white laces in the other. Right, so if we talk about availability, these actually went out on Saturday, which was the 2nd of July. It went out sort of via Quick Strike. It didn't go out on your sneakers app, so it just dropped at your normal UK time, which is around 8 o'clock in the morning. So they did actually fly out quite quick. To be honest, I was actually looking at it and it flew out within 6 minutes. And they were left with sort of, I think they left with 3 of the smaller sizes. So you're talking UK 2.5 up to, I think it went to a 3.5. They're the 3 sizes that they were actually left with. And to be honest, I'm shooting this video today, which is what we're on today. It's Monday. I got the shoes in today, so I'm putting it out as soon as I can. Right, so I'm about to wrap the video up. I appreciate if you stuck around. I appreciate your support. If you feel my channel gives you that kind of content and it gives you that vibe, I appreciate if you'd support me and smash that subscribe button. And on top of that, and make sure to hit that notification bell to stay up to date with any of my videos. And with all that out of the way, I hope to catch you on my next video.